Hello and welcome to Bead Table Wednesday. I'm going to give you guys a second to come on into the video. Hello if you're here today. Heather Powers here from Humblebeads, your friendly neighborhood bead maker, and each week I will be here making jewelry featuring artisan beads from my website that we create here in our studio, me and my husband. And today I'm going to be showing you guys this simple bicone bracelet, and we're going to be doing some double knotting, so it's a little different than the other knotting projects that I've shown you guys. If you're here, say hello. I would love to hear from you guys. So we're gonna jump into the project today pretty quickly, and first I'm going to show you all of these beautiful bicone beads. Aren't these gorgeous? I'm in love with every single one. So these are 11 millimeter bicones. Hey Curtis Rock, hello. Glad to have you here. So I got these in some new colors, and I had some colors before. Hi Julie and Sue and Kimberly and Vicky. Hello you guys. Hope you're doing good and staying warm. Doing warm. Yeah, that's the level I'm at today. So I have some really gorgeous ones with etched finishes, which, if you don't know, etched finishes are my favorite beads in the whole world. And this one has like yellows and coppery colors on a transparent frosted matte finish bicone. They are just gorgeous. Hi Gina and Lynn and Jolene and Candy and Kimberly. Hello you guys. Oh, this one is just to die for. It's flashes of turquoise, or not like a capri blue. Like, they're really just a beautiful blue with the gold finish and matte. And then let's see, these ones are new too, and I love this color, just perfect for spring. Then we have a bicone in amber colored glass that's also matte. This is a dark teal with a bronze finish. Oh, look how that shines. It's just magical. Woohoo! Sue, 50 degrees. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. We had snow melt yesterday, and I was just so super excited. And then we have this red color, which it's kind of a reddish orange. It's definitely on the warmer side, and I could see some really fun designs happening with this one. And then these are some of the colors that I've had before in stock, and then I also have a black and white. So those are all the colors of bicones you can find at Humblebeads today. The kits that I'll have for today will only be in this color combination, so you can always make up your own color combinations with what we have available online. And I'm going to do a gray and peach color combination for the video, because you've already seen the other one. So get you guys some variation. And so again, these are 11 millimeter bicones, so they're a nice big chunky bead. Poor Norma Jean. I know how you feel. I'm ready for green and for spring, and just done with winter. But I always feel that way this time of year, so nothing new. Hello Sherry. Oh, 60 degrees and sunny. Send it my way. And Janice and Donna, 79 in South Florida. I think you are the winner. Okay. I have these hook clasps, and these are from Vintage, and I have them on my website. In general, I have them in gold and silver right now, and I pulled all the copper ones for the kit. So if you need one right away, you can go to the Vintage website and order them, and that's VINTIJ, vintage.com website. And they're just, a hook and eye clasp, but they're cool. They kind of go with this tribal feel that these have, this earthy look. And so oh, I'm waiting for spring, Sue, with bated breath. I keep thinking it's almost March, so that's exciting. Okay, I'm going to start with the hook part is what I'm going to do for this project. And to get started, I've taken 30 inches, and this is the thinner 2-ply wax linen. So this is the thin 2-ply wax linen, and the reason I am using the 2-ply wax linen is because the holes on my spacers are tinier and wouldn't fit through the 4-ply, and so I have a little cheat that we're going to do, which is the double knotting technique to make our knots look bigger and so that the bicones fit better. Oh no, Lynn, you still have 11 inches on the ground. A lot of ours melted yesterday. I was excited. Okay, so I've taken the loop and put it through my hook, and now I'm going to grab my 2 cords and pull it through the loop, and this is about 30 inches, and tighten them, and that's the lark's head knot. And now I'm going to do a simple knot to start with. And I'm going to push this all the way down. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, now I'm ready to stick on my bicone. I'm going to make sure my 2 ends are together and stick on that bicone. Curtis, you can use Ceylon. I like the waxed linen better for my projects because I don't have to mess with any glue then. If you're going to use Ceylon, I would definitely glue your knots when you're done, the knots at your clasps, so that it doesn't come undone. Okay, so here, but I'm not an expert on Ceylon. I've only used it for bead crochet. So I've never used it for knotting, so I can't really answer your question, but I'm always about just trying things out and seeing if it works for you. I like the wax linen because of the texture and not needing to glue, so that's why I choose wax linen. But give this project a try with Ceylon if that's what you have on hand, for sure. Okay, now I have my first knot, and I'm going to wrap the 2 threads around my finger again. And this time, what I want to do is I want to make sure that this knot is going to go underneath the first knot. So you see how I have the strands going underneath that first knot? It's kind of hard to see. So the second knot that I'm putting on is going to go under the first knot, and then it kind of wraps around on the top, so it doubles my knot. Oop. You get to see me do that a few times. Janice, am I planning to have a garden this year? I cannot wait to start my garden this year. I have a huge baker seed catalog that I've been dreaming about, and I have a little gardening journal that I made for what I want to plant this year. I just fell in love with gardening hardcore last year, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a garden. Unfortunately, in our zone in Michigan, which I think you're in the same zone, we really can't plant until May, the middle of May, because we can still have a freeze. Okay, so I've done the first knot. Oop, I'm trying to, come on camera, there we go. Okay. And now I'm going to wrap the 2 threads around my finger again to do the second knot, and I want to make sure that these threads are going to go underneath. See how it's going to go underneath that first knot? It's really important that you want those threads to go under the first knot, and then it kind of wraps around the top. There we go. Hope you guys are seeing that. I don't know why it's called the lark's head. Oop. Okay, so I have my 2 bicones, and now I'm going to use, I found these little bicone spacer beads, and I will have these listed on the website later today. They're little coppery plated bicone spacers. I mean, could you ask for anything more perfect to go with these? Oh. Oh, Kimberly says she's used Ceylon and it's great. It's just a different look. And silk knotting. It would be more like looking like it was silk knotting. So it will be a little more flexible. So this has a little more stiffness to it. And Ceylon would be a little more flexible. That totally makes sense. Okay, on each cord, I'm going to put 2 bicone beads. Right on top of each other. And I'm going to push these down. And then when I tie a knot, they're going to make this cool little diamond shape pattern. So the trick to this is to get your knots super tight so that they hold that shape. So you want to make sure your beads are down as far as they can go, and make sure you are pushing that knot tightly down, just like that. And now I'm going to do the other knot on top, or excuse me, it's actually starting underneath. So you want to make sure your first part of your knot goes underneath. Not the first part. The second knot goes underneath the first knot. And make sure you pull it nice and tight. And I'm going to do 3 more beads with a knot in between. And since you guys know how to do this now, I'm just going to whip them out really quickly. One thing you want to do is make sure your 2 cords stay together when you're doing your knots. If one gets away from you a little, you can just grab the cord that's loose and tighten it, but it's just easier to have your 2 strings together each time you do a knot. Yeah, I have not figured out how to use any kind of tools when it comes to knotting, so I'm sure there's some videos on YouTube that can show you guys how to use tweezers or an awl to get a tight little knot. I just use my fingers. So the reason I'm doing the double knot is because a single knot with the thin cord wasn't thick enough to space out between the beads. It would the beads would just cover the knot. So that's why we're doing the double knots. Good morning, Anna. Glad to have you here from the West Coast. Okay, now see, I didn't get the knot quite tight enough, so I'm going to pull on both of the threads until that knot is nice and tight. There we go. I'm going to do one more. Sticking my bead on both the cords, pressing it down really tightly. Yes, these bicones are awesome. I've used them for everything. I've used them in earrings, necklaces, and now bracelets, and they're just such a great fun shape. Oh, my poor cat. He's lonely. He's crying out miserably for everyone. Okay, so now I'm going to do another of these little copper spacers. So I'm going to put 4 beads on. And you're from the UK and it's nighttime over there. Well, hello, hello. Glad you're here. And 2 of the bicones. And I think these bicones are 4mm. I'll need to check my records, but I'm pretty sure that's what they are. Okay, so you make sure they're together really tightly. Yeah, the knotting tool, my mom said she was using a crochet hook to get really tight knots. I've never learned how to use the knotting tool, so you know, a lot of times I'm just, what is it ever available and at hand, that's what I'm going to use, and I've just always knotted with my fingers only. But if you are having trouble with knots, I highly recommend heading over to YouTube and looking up how to use knotting, how to use tweezers or an awl when you're knotting. Okay, now I need to grab my something here, sorry. I forgot to grab my little spacers that I'm going to have on either side of my disc bead. And so these are the little leafy bead caps that I have on my website. And I'm going to put these facing outward. So the leafy part is going to be towards the bead, the design. Oh, okay. Thank you, Dina. So Dina said that Kelly's Beads on the Great Bead Extravaganza did a tutorial showing how to use tweezers in your knotting. So yeah, that would be awesome. We'll put the link to that in the Humblebeads VIP group. And if you're not a member of the Humblebeads VIP group, please join us over there. That's where we like to share the fun stuff. Okay, so I have the spacers on either side, and I'm going to do a knot. Well, 2 knots. And you want to make sure it doesn't go under the leaves here, but goes on top of the spacer. Oh, and I have a little loop there, so I'm going to pull tightly. There we go. And I'm going to do my second knot. And of course the trick is to get the second knot underneath the first knot. And I missed a thread. Okay. And now we're ready to do the 4 spacers again. So in total, you're going to need 16 of these little spacers, the little bicone ones. Yeah, I kind of like this one. Kind of reminds me of when the flowers first pop out of the snow. And you have those first blooms, even though it's wintry. Usually that's crocus or daffodils over here, but that's okay. All right, so now I want to tie a nice tight knot. I'm holding my beads down so that the knot will be nice and tight there, and working slowly so that I make sure my knot is nice and tight. And I'm going to do one underneath the first knot. Okay, now I'm going to add the 3 beads on top again. I mean, not on top. In the sequence. Yeah, that's going to be really pretty. I love it. Okay. Oh, hi, Donna. Nice to have you here. Better late than never, right? Oh, yes, Nancy, the gray with yellow would have been perfect. I have a few sets of those limoncello beads on my website. And that would have been gorgeous. Yeah, this is a great way to use up little orphan beads. Like if you buy my branch disc beads, they're always in sets of 5, so you're always going to have one extra. And then today, after the video, we're going to have some new beads that I'm putting on the website, and I have pairs of disc beads today. So they're just little sets of 2s, and they would be great for this project. You could have 2 bracelets. You could do one in a dark color and one in a light color. Oh, thank you, Dina. Hey, you guys, Dina just posted the link to Kelly's, not Dina. Yeah, Dina. She posted the link to Kelly's video that shows how to use the knotting tool. I'm going to have to watch it and learn too. For sure. Okay, now I'm going to do the 2 knots. All right, now I need 4 more of my little spacers. Oop, there goes my linen. Yeah, you can do the 2-ply wax linen with check beads, Heidi. If you have trouble with the holes of the beads being too big for a single knot, you would just double knot like I'm doing right here. In general, I'm going to use the 4mm. I would have used a 4mm for this project if my little spacers had allowed, but because the spacers were too small, I had to use 2mm. But if I was doing a project and I didn't have to have the smaller one, I would use the 4mm just because it would be much quicker because you wouldn't have to do double knots. But if you only had the 2-ply and you wanted to get started right away, you could have that. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more knots and then I'm ready to put on my clasp. And usually I would just do half the project and say, oh, there you go, now you guys know what to do. But since the knot is a little different for the other side of the clasp, I wanted to do the whole thing. And it's a quick project. yeah, I'm definitely going to have to give the tweezer all a try, thanks to Kelly's beads, and see if that works a little better for me. Although I may just be a creature of habit and keep going with my tool-free knotting. Guess it just, whatever works best for you, right, guys? Okay, last bead here. Now, if you guys bought my kit for the Great Bead Extravaganza, that knotting necklace project, make sure you go onto my blog and get you can watch the updated video that doesn't have the mistake in it, and the updated diagram that also doesn't have the mistake in it. So sometimes that's the way my life goes. All right, now I'm going to tie this on. I'm going to thread this through both strands. Make sure my two strands are tightly together. And now I'm going to just wrap this around my finger and then pull the ends through that loop and tighten them. I want to make sure that this gets pulled all the way down, nice and tight. So here I'm holding onto the clasp and I'm sliding the knot with my fingernails to make it tighter. And now I'm going to wrap this around my knot, pull it through, let's try that again. Keep your cords together, it'll make this much easier. Okay, so basically I'm just doing a knot around the knot that's underneath. And I'm going to do that 2 times. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. So I have the loop. I'm going to pull my 2 cords through the loop. And this one is going underneath the first knot that I made. And I'm going to pull that nice and tight. Straighten it out. And then I'm going to trim this and just leave a little bit of the thread. That's my style. You could cut it all the way down and not have any of the thread, but I like a little bit of the thread showing. So that's the knot. So it's 2 knots underneath after you've tied the first knot. And the final step, just because I felt like this needed just a little something extra, so I'm going to do this little 12mm flower. Oh no, Norma, I bet it did take you forever to do that necklace with the 4-ply. I'm glad you worked it out. Okay, so I have a ball head pin, and I'm going to do a large loop on here with my round nose pliers. So there's my loop, and I'm going to open up the loop and I'm going to stick it on my clasp like this. Except I really want it to be going the other way, so I'm going to stick it with the wire going down first, because you really want the wire to be facing up in your design, so that when you do the the wrapping, it'll look nice. Okay, now I'm going to close this loop. I'm going to grab onto it with my chain nose pliers, and I'm going to wrap this around tightly 2 times, and then one more wrap on the top. I'm going to trim this off. And then pinch in that little extra bit of wire, which is much easier when you're not trying to do it on camera. You can have it right under your face where you need it. Okay, let me see if I can get it this way. There we go. Yeah, just want to make sure it's not going to grab onto anything. Not the best. There we go. Just chase it around until you get it tucked in all the way. Okay, that's my necklace. I mean my bracelet. So double knots on wax linen. Where's the other one? So here's the 2. Super fun, super easy. It will take you guys much less time because you won't be talking your way through it and you'll just be working on it. So that is it. Yes, all of the beads that I showed you guys with the AB finish and the frosted, these are all of the colors that I have on my website. So we just added 6 new colors yesterday. So these are all the colors that we have in stock. And aren't they gorgeous? Just love them all. They're magical. And that's it for today, you guys. So kits will be listed in a little bit before 5 o'clock for sure. I'm going to try to work on them right now, right after I get off the video, but you never know. So that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you guys next Wednesday for another project. So I hope to see you there. Be sure to join Humblebeads VIP group, and we'll be connecting there through the week. All right, thank you guys. Oh yes, Gina, the other bracelet kits did go fast. I might do made to order on those bracelet kits. I will let you guys know before the end of the day if I can get all the beads and get those ordered. All right, thanks guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.